Welcome to Steeltown Football, folks. I'm Bill. This is Mike. I'm just a wannabe journalist who wants to be a talking head. Mike is the Steelers expert, and we're here to talk about the Steelers football game versus the New England Patriots this past Sunday. And Mike, they won a game. And before you start, a win's a win. Is that correct?
You know, Billy, a win's a win. I'll take it. It was ugly, but I will take it. It's good to be 2-1, and a lot of things we need to do differently. But yeah, it's a good win on the road, and we don't typically fare too well up in New England, and we found a way to win a game. That's good.
There was some statistic I heard during the broadcast that New England hasn't won 2 games in a row since like 2021, something like that.
Oh yeah,
Wow. Since Brady
crazy.
left.
Since Brady left, yeah.
It's been a disaster since Brady left.
Well, yeah. Yesterday was a pretty big disaster for them. I mean, my goodness. Yeah. I mean, we won the game, but they essentially gave it to us.
Yeah. But since Roethlisberger left, the Steelers have been doing okay. So obviously your franchise is better than theirs.
It's we just find ways to win ugly games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I mean, that was a game that I think they outplayed us. I think they should have beat us. I mean, they fumbled twice, going in for touchdowns from the 1 yard line. Has that ever happened before in NFL history? I mean,
I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has. It doesn't happen every week, but I'm sure it's happened before.
But anyway, there
were 2 field goal attempts returned for touchdowns yesterday. I believe it was 2. So anyway, how often does that happen? Not very often. All right. So anyway, we got some stats. We got to get going here. Your favorite quarterback and mine, Aaron Rodgers, threw it for 139 yards, right? And 8.7 yards per pass, which is okay. He had a quarterback rating of 96.1. So that's pretty actually good, for an old man.
Yeah, but again, he's spent a lot of time, on his backside. I mean, he's getting hit all the time, and
he was hit a lot. He was. I don't know how many sacks did they get on him. I thought it was just 1.
I believe it was just 1. Yes.
Okay.
But he was pressured. I don't know. I don't know what the quarterback pressures were, but yeah, he got sacked once.
I don't know what that said, but yes, he's taking a forearm to the chest hurts too. Doesn't hurt as
absolutely.
bad. Didn't hurt as bad.
But I also read that his 139 yards was one of his lowest, yardage totals like in his entire career.
Yeah, I can believe so.
I mean, and unfortunately, the interception was, just a horrible pass. But in the end, who do you want? Who do you want to have the ball with a few minutes left in a game? It's Aaron Rodgers. He took us on.
Baker Mayfield.
Well, he's an old one. We didn't do anything for 2.5 quarters, but in that final drive, I mean, Aaron Rodgers took us down the field 50, 60 yards after the fumble recovery, and that's the game winner. So he was clutch in that moment. It wasn't pretty at all times, but
hey, a win in New England, and you didn't have headphone problems. So
right,
remember that controversy?
Oh, really? I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
I'm not a fan, folks, but I know this stuff. Here is your problem on offense, Mike. 64 yards rushing. It's not good.
It's not. I mean,
you had 50, I think it was 58, 68 or 9 yards, and now 64. But the first drive of the game was all rushes, it seemed like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaylen Warren I think Jaylen Warren had 32 yards rushing in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then we just
went away from it, just go to the pass. So
yeah.
And
very, very disappointing. Very disappointing.
They in the middle of the game, the offense just really struggled because they didn't do anything. And from the beginning of the second quarter, I guess it was, until the fourth quarter, they were just out there. So, you have any thoughts on that?
I'm not even sure they were out there, Billy. I don't know who they were. But yeah, you're right. I think we only had like 35 total yards in the second and third quarters combined.
For 2 quarters, you had 35 yards.
Yeah, ridiculous. I mean, we just can't, and it just seems like, I don't know. I read a stat about Aaron Rodgers coming into this game that, his average completion, like his average like yard per pass, is only like 3.5 yards, but it's the yards after the catch.
Yeah. The
yak that pumps up his stats. And I guess my question is offensively, like, I mean, we don't have a number 2 receiver, and that's killing us because we just can't extend the field. I mean, we're just so predictable on offense, and
all right. That was our 5 good minutes on offense. Now let's do 5 good minutes on defense. There was no good part about it. Drake May, quarterback of the week, baby. 268 yards, an average of 7.2 yards per pass. He had a quarterback rating of 102. He passed for 268 yards. That's quite a bit, So, and they had rushing. They rushed for 119 yards. So once again, the Steelers are continually giving up lots of rushing yards.
We couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't stop them. I mean, they had 370 yards of total offense. I mean, we just could not get off the field. I think on third down, they were like 6 of 13 on third down, but they were 4 of 5 on fourth down. I mean,
4 of 5 on fourth down.
On fourth down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on. Drake May looked like a Hall of Famer. I mean, and they're a young
he did.
team.
He looked like it. But and the one thing, you say it again?
I was just going to, despite the fact that, they committed 5 turnovers. I mean, we only beat them by a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's
5 turnovers.
Crazy.
The hero of the day, Cam Hayward. He tipped the ball to cause the interception in the end zone and caused the fumble. This one guy saved you 14 points.
Yes.
You ought to send him some money.
I probably should. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah. I mean, he played great. He was and he's like 38 years old.
Is he?
He's like 38. No, he played well, and TJ Watt, played very, very well as, I mean, I don't think he showed up in the stat column as much as we think he should, but I mean, they were great. And thank God for the turnovers. We also got to see a good, our rookie defensive tackle is back out of Michigan State. Derek Harmon on the D line had his first career sack, his first career takeaway, and his first career tackle. So it was good to see him get in there as well. So hopefully he can help bolster the run defense maybe. But again, this was his first game back. I think he played 35 snaps. So maybe that's something to look forward to. Yeah. But we can't.
Yeah, your defense is going to have to step it up because the offense scores okay, but you can't count on just the way looking at it. I don't think you can count on, outscoring them every week. So that's pretty tough trying to outscore a team every week.
Well, this is supposed to be, I mean, not that there's an easier part of your schedule, but like these are the games we're supposed to win. Like what's going to happen when we're playing like Baltimore or even like next week, Minnesota with Carson Wentz? I mean, we got to play Buffalo. We got to play the LA Chargers. I mean, how are we going to stop those teams if we can't stop the Jets? We can't stop the Patriots. I mean,
look, one game at a time. One game.
All right, yeah.
You can do
one
it.
Game.
You beat New England. Next week you got a home game. You can do it. So
right.
So anyway, Your coaching staff, how do you feel how your coaching staff, how do you feel that they did? Making adjustments, because once again, the coach can only put these players out there that he has, and he puts them in positions to win. Do you think that he made the right moves? Obviously, they won. Do you think he could have did anything differently that would have been turned out better?
I don't know. I think offensively, I just think we're just so predictable, like all the time. We're just so predictable. And I see so many other teams, good and bad teams, that are just able to stretch the field, and guys are running wide open. And I think I say it every single week, and coworkers at work say the same thing. Like, we just don't get anybody in space offensively.
Is this due to the fact that you don't have any dynamic players?
I just think we're too conservative.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, it could be a little bit of both. That's a good question. We don't have a number 2 wide receiver.
Yes. Well, that right there limits you a lot.
It does. So maybe that's but I mean, with the amount of money we've spent on our offensive line, I mean, we've rebuilt the offensive line in the last couple of years. We should be able to run the football. Yeah. We did last year, but this year we can't do anything. So first couple of games, we just got to keep plugging away.
But if you got one wide receiver that's good, teams know that, and they can say, okay, we're going to concentrate 2 guys on this one, and then whatever, we don't have to worry about that other side of the field. So there's a
that's what they've done.
Hole right there.
I mean, DK Metcalf had 3 catches. Against the Patriots. So, I would like to see us, open things up a little bit. But again, I'm not privy to all the ins and outs and the X's and O's with there. It's probably easier than it sounds, but we just need to be more aggressive. How these other teams continue to pile up points every week, and we can't. I mean,
in truth, it is easier than this. It is harder than we would think it is. But your running game has to improve. I mean, if you, like I said before, if you can't consistently reach 100 yards a game with 3 people or whatever, then everybody knows you're just, like you're saying, you're a one-dimensional team. You pass the ball. Why even play the run?
Yeah, it's almost like we didn't make any halftime adjustments. Like we started on, just like you said, first quarter we ran the ball really well.
Yeah,
and then the Patriots, made some adjustments, and we obviously didn't make our adjustments because we couldn't run the ball after that.
So, well, like you said, they only had 30-some yards for 2 quarters.
I mean, that's just, you're not going to, it's.
But I got a penalty stat, which I didn't know this because it looked differently as you're watching it. The Steelers had 8 penalties for 59 yards. But New England had 7 penalties for 54 yards. It seemed like they were getting penalties at the wrong time all the time. And that helped the Steelers score points and get down the field. So
that pass interference call was a killer against them. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, I guess it really matters. Like, you have penalties, but if you have penalties at the wrong time, they're obviously worse.
Absolutely.
So and it seemed like they always had the penalty at the wrong time.
Yeah. And coming into the game, I think the Steelers were one of the least penalized teams in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But we just can't take advantage of the opportunities that we're given. Again, the defense stepped up. I mean, we gave up a ton of yards, a ton of 3rd down conversions, couldn't get off the field at all, but we forced 5 turnovers and we only win by a touchdown in the final 2 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy.
If somebody turns the football over 5 times, they shouldn't even come close to winning. That's a lot.
Right. But we win ugly games like that. Well, it's just how it is.
As we started the program off today, a win is a win. You're 2-1. Right on.
I'll take it. Yeah, but we gotta make some adjustments, and we go to Dublin. We're in Dublin next weekend. We play the Vikings.
That's the
Vikings. You put up I mean,
is that where the game is?
Yes, So we're getting on a plane here at some point, and the Vikings put up 48 points against the Bengals. So
well, okay.
I may not be saying much, but Carson Wentz looked. I mean, I don't know, look pretty decent. So hopefully, maybe a change of scenery.
A change of scenery. Look, no one likes playing a game in a foreign country. I'll guarantee it. So anyway, if you want to talk about ugly, yesterday I watched some of the Kansas City Chiefs football game. They literally threw 2 backward passes. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 backward passes, and both of them were awful. He actually had to run over and knock the ball out of a defensive player's hands to keep him from running for a touchdown. Anyway, you want to talk about ugly win? That was an ugly win. So,
but they got the W.
They got.
And they're 1-2, and
Yeah.
So
everybody wants to see that beautiful 35-32 win. He scored all this. Everybody hates to say I was 7-10.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but just like you said, I mean, a win's a win, and and that's just how it is. I'd rather be 2-1, and hopefully we can solve some of our problems and be a little more consistent and play better. But the Vikings are going to be tough this weekend.
Well, so our Vikings obviously have a real good offense, but like I say, the big equalizer is you'll be in Dublin. Nobody wants to be there. Anyway,
I wouldn't want to be.
On my other YouTube show, we're going to talk about the whole foreign football game being the 18th game of the season. You're going to have teams like Pittsburgh and Kansas City and Jacksonville and some other ones having a home place to play in, and then all the other half of the teams will just rotate, and that'll be the 18th game of the season. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It's all about the money, right?
Yeah, that's right. I stole that from Dan Patrick, but I think he's right about that. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's all I got for today, Mike. You got anything else to talk about? How excited you are to watch a game next week at 8:30 in the morning?
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I don't know. I just wish we would. It just seems like with the Steelers, I mean, it's like you need to go see a doctor after watching them or something. I mean, seems like every single week it's an absolute nail biter, and we always play down to our competition.
Yeah.
And it's just, but again, I still love them, still support them, and we'll stay positive. But I wish we would just be a little more consistent and look better, because we looked horrible yesterday. There's no way we should have won that game. And even I was one of the former Steelers, who was an analyst in Pittsburgh, said something that the Steelers coaching staff, when they show the film to the rest of the team, they should treat that as a loss and not as a win from like a film perspective, because really, I mean, we didn't look very good, but
had it not been for that one guy, you would have lost, Cam Hayward.
Yeah, Cam Hayward was great.
Yeah.
All Absolutely.
Right. Well, that's all we got for now, folks. So we'll see you next week, and we'll be discussing the Dublin game.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers. So long, everybody.
See ya.
This has been a production of Steeltown Football. Tune in each week for the best Steelers commentary in the world.